Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please. Good afternoon. It is great to be here with the Department of Opportunity. Let's start off by giving a huge round of applause to Deputy Secretary Nani Coloretti for her great work. You know, watching those slides go by and Nani present them, Nani, you have helped this agency accomplish so much in your short time here. I'm deeply proud of your work, of your leadership. It's been an honor to work with you and to call you a friend. Thank you for everything that you've done for the department. So, as y'all already know, this is the last time that I will speak to folks as the Secretary of HUD, all in one room, at least. So I wanted to take a moment to offer, first of all, my profound thanks to each and every one of you, HUD's employees, for dedicating your career to serving others. Throughout my time as Secretary, I've been inspired by your commitment to HUD's mission, by your respect for the people that we serve, by your willingness to work as a team to solve problems, and by your faith that we can truly improve the lives of people who need it through our work. Too often times, HUD gets short shrift. Many folks don't consider us the most glamorous agency to work for. Everyone at headquarters knows that we don't have the most modern building in the federal government. And I know that for a lot of employees out in the field, those who live far away from the bubble of Washington, D.C., many of your friends and neighbors may not even be aware at all of the great work that HUD performs in your own community. But the work you do is tremendously important to bettering the lives of Americans in every corner of our nation. During my time as Secretary, I had the chance to visit 100 communities in 39 states in our nation. Big cities, small towns, urban, rural, tribal. And I got a chance to meet some of those millions of people whose lives you're helping to change for the better. In Los Angeles, I met 11-year-old Lisette Mares. Our Connect Home initiative has made it possible for Lisette and her family to sign up for affordable internet service. Lisette can now do her homework on her family's computer instead of having to use one of her parents' cell phone or visit a neighbor's house to get her homework done. She and her two siblings now have an essential tool that they need to compete and to prosper in the 21st century global economy. I've also had the opportunity to visit Fort Myers, Florida, the city once known as ground zero of the recent housing crisis. Today, thanks in large part to the work of the FHA and our Neighborhood Stabilization Program, this community experienced a remarkable recovery. I toured the homes of Corey Shep and Patricia Howard and Renette Bordeaux, 3 residents of Fort Myers who've become homeowners in the past few years. HUD has helped provide these folks with the opportunity to secure an enduring cornerstone of the American dream and a gateway to the middle class. They're now building a strong foundation for their future success and a source of wealth that they can pass down to their children and to their children's children. Every year, we also provide millions of Americans living in HUD-assisted housing with a powerful platform to spark greater progress in their own lives. That includes folks like Jackie Pata from Central Falls, Rhode Island, who I spoke with just a few months after I became secretary. Before she enrolled in HUD's Family Self-Sufficiency Program, Jackie was struggling to support her 2 children despite working 2 part-time jobs. Now she's earned both her bachelor's and her master's degree from Springfield College in Massachusetts. And she's working full-time for the Central Falls School District, where she's helping to run a local reading program that opens the doors of education for folks in her community. And thanks to the efforts of Opening Doors, our nation has made tremendous strides toward providing every American with a safe and a stable place to call home. This point was brought home to me when I met a gentleman named Jay in Philadelphia in July of 2015. Jay had gone without a permanent home for so long that he'd gotten out of the habit of carrying around a set of keys with him. In fact, he said that it wasn't until the 5th time that he left his new place that he remembered to take his keys with him on his way out. Today, Jay is getting job training through an apprenticeship program run by Project Home, a nonprofit that receives support from HUD. And he's paying it forward by helping other formerly homeless Americans turn their own lives around. There are so many other stories that I could tell from my journeys as HUD Secretary. Stories of grateful men and women who have thanked me, sometimes with tears in their eyes, for the difference that HUD has made in their own lives. Stories that would never have been possible without your commitment and your compassion. Without the employees who serve in CPD and PIH, let's give them a big round of applause for their good work. Without the work of FHA and FPM and the research of PD&R and the Office of Fair Housing and our Office of Healthy Homes, our great folks who work for our General Counsel, and our folks who help provide the basic operations from IT to admin services that make everything that we do possible. Give all of yourselves a round of applause for your great work. So, in 2015, we celebrated 50 years of HUD. It was amazing to take scope of the tremendous good that this department had done during those 5 decades. And also to understand just how many of our employees have dedicated 10, 20, 30, sometimes even 50 years of their life to this mission. Whether you've been here 50 years or 5 months, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. In just a few days, a new administration will begin. Those of you who've been here during a presidential transition know that every such change brings a new team with new perspectives and new priorities. The good news is that what that change looks like depends partly on you. Through both Democratic and Republican administrations, secretaries and their colleagues have joined with you to work hard to benefit the folks that we serve. They've all come to quickly appreciate the positive impact that HUD's programs make. You can help that most by continuing to improve this organization through your efforts in the following ways. First, keep working to break through the silos that can sometimes stifle innovation. The best work that happens here is teamwork, collaboration across program areas and operations. I know that that's not always an easy thing to do, but I know also that we've gotten better at it, thanks to so much of the work that Nani and others have led. Second, be aspirational. Don't just settle for operating within statutes or regulations or accept the way that things are today. Dream. Keep asking, how could this program be better? And then work with those in the new administration to try to make that a reality. That's how we've been able to safeguard more children living in HUD-assisted housing from the dangers of lead-based paint. And it's how we've taken decisive steps to improve how we deal with troubled properties and to make life easier for the families who live there. Third, and finally, always remember that you're doing a job that has human consequences to it. The decisions that are made here, the resources that you administer, the rules that you enforce, the success of that work should always be measured by the outcomes for the folks of modest means that HUD serves. If you remember that, I'm confident that this organization will continue to get better and more impactful and make a difference in the lives of people who need it. I got into public service 16 years ago because I felt very blessed with opportunity. To have grown up on the west side of San Antonio in a family that loved me, to get a good education and go to college and law school, and then to become a professional. And I wanted to make sure that I could do something as part of my life to pass on that opportunity to others. I felt very blessed during my time here as HUD Secretary because I've seen up close so many other people that are also blessing others with opportunity. Thank you so much for doing it. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.